Now, Coach Dobney said before the season, actually on my show this week, Sports Plus, that we may see some problems with the snap. Mike Shea, a left-handed snapper, it's going to take a little bit of time for Butch Dobney to get used to that.
Of course, last year, Jay Brewster was handling the chores.
And Jay actually started at center this year, but they decided to get someone with a little more mobility in there, Mike Shea, and they moved Jay a few positions over on the line.
And as we've seen illustrated perfectly tonight, Brewster has had no problem adjusting to tackle, as they've been pushing this Trinity line way back.
Connors with a tough punt. Shanked it off the left side of his foot. And Trinity will take over right about midfield, but the clock is not on their side now. There's 30 seconds left in this third quarter. And as you can see, a 20-0 lead for the Portsmouth Clippers.
Well, that last drive for Trinity really hurt them in that they moved about 42 yards before the interception, and it took them 7 minutes to do it.
Yeah, I think they needed to score on that drive, not only, of course, with time running out in this half, but you know, to make a statement that they're here to play. They haven't really made that statement yet. 1st and 10. Another flag in the backfield. Pickup of about 5 yards.
Probably going to have a procedure call again, as that flag was after the snap. And that's what it is.
Illegal motion against Trinity.
So the Pioneers trying to iron out some offensive difficulties in their first game of the season. Clippers looking relatively sharp. A couple of mistakes. Going to have to iron out some problems on their snap. Other than that, Clippers have looked pretty solid.
They certainly have. I mean, we're seeing a lot of the things that you don't necessarily expect to see in the first game, with some pretty crisp timing.
First down.
And but also some things that really just define the team and don't have anything to do with what time the season is. Some brute strength that we're seeing from the Clippers that I think is really surprising Trinity.
Fossbender keeps it himself. Gets it back up to the original line of scrimmage. That'll do it for the third quarter. Time has run down. The score at the end of 3, the Portsmouth Clippers 20, Trinity Pioneers 0. Welcome back, fourth quarter action. Boy, Jay, we're going to have to start nailing things down here in the press box. The poor gentleman below me tonight has already been whacked with a couple rosters. Just took my folder in the head.
Let's hope that TV stays in place.
I'm going to nail
that monitor is next.
The wind is not whipping on the field as fast as it's whipping through the booth tonight. You got that duct tape handy there, partner?
Second down and 10.
No, we're running out. I'm trying to gaff down my stuff.
We're back to fourth quarter action.
That's all we got.
This is what's going to do it. Portsmouth Clippers have a 2nd and 10. They've got a 20-0 lead. 2nd down and 10 from the 44. Excuse me, Trinity had the 2nd and 10. And taken for the loss
There's
is
some
Ralph
mobility
Fast.
by Jay Brewster.
Jay Brewster with the tackle.
Now see, that time they send the man in motion from left to right, but all it really seemed to do after he went by the end is leave a man on the line for the Clippers wide open. There was no blocking pattern for that, and Brewster might have been one of the guys who just sprung right through.
3rd and 16.
So 3rd and 16 now for Trinity. And another loss of yardage. They gained a first down going backwards on that offensive series.
And that time it was Sean Connors on the tackle along with Kurt Whitmire.
That's where host the Clippers.
Replay.
Take a look at it again, and you can. This time it's the 3rd man through, and really almost gets caught up on his own man before Connors and Whitmire. But we see tonight every single tackle has been by at least 3 or 4 Portsmouth Clippers.
They're swarming around the ball. Inspired defense. Jamie Boudreau to punt. He's seen a lot of action tonight. It's another pretty good one off end over end. And Croto fields it at the 15. Running laterally, gets around the corner, good speed, then he's bumped out of bounds at the 35. So Clipper backs on the kickoff returns have showed great speed in the open field.
Excellent speed, and Jeff Piedmont finally brings him down for Trinity.
There's a look at Sean Croto. Here it is again.
And really, there's no real setup. As you see here, Croto does a lot of it on his own, as he doesn't necessarily have a wall set up.
Malinowski didn't end up throwing a block, although he was running some pretty good interference there.
So once again, a bevy of Clipper runners showing that they can do the job this year.
Little mix-up. Dobney on the handoff came a little bit quicker than he anticipated.
As we said,
Mike Schatzbill picked up a couple.
Preseason writers looking for the teams who are big on running backs. And those being Portsmouth, Trinity, although we really haven't seen that tonight, and Spalding.
Second down.
All with quality backfields, of course. The big man in Spalding is Kerry Boo Boo Glue, who we remember from last year, and he's back with the Red Raiders.
Dobney on the option, nice pitch. Jerome Bird, though, in a good open field tackle by Sean Redburn.
Sean Redburn on the tackle.
He's been involved in quite a few of the defensive plays tonight, but the Clippers now are really opening holes on both sides. The first half we saw Dunn and Boudreau keeping things in check on one side for Trinity, but this half, the Clippers are able to run on both sides if they want to.
3rd and 8 for Portsmouth. Jay, you were talking about Spalding. I heard a rumor this week that Brian Blanchette will be playing again this year for the Red Raiders. He was a senior last year, but apparently a ruling in that the year that he dropped out of school as a freshman, he will be able to play again. Breaking through the hole is Mr. Schatzbill for the first down. There's a flag.
That time, Schatzbill got himself about 7 yards as he was falling. So you see, he always tries to keep his feet under him, but let's take a look at the flag.
Wait for the call. Trinity doesn't seem to think that it's going against Portsmouth.
I think they've already conceded the point.
The Trinity pretty much conceded this ball game before they came out on the field tonight, or did Portsmouth take it right away from them at the start? That may be the case too. Coach Dobney was telling me this week that he's really looking for some leaders to emerge on this ball club. I think he has no farther to look than his own son, who has been the absolute leader tonight for the Clippers.
And this is also a team that does have a lot of personality, a lot of character to it, and there's going to be plenty of people who are going to take the mantle this year, it seems, when they need it.
Schatzbill turned aside after a couple. The thing about the Clippers last year was that they had so many leaders. They almost had a different leader every game. Some games it was Neil Robbins. Other games it was Jeff White carrying the team on their backs. Other games it was Dobney coming in, filling in for Pafford, or winning, great kicking game, doing it. And they almost had a different player every game step into that role.
Of course, Dave Petruzzi step in there and have a 2 or 3 game sling where he was really a prominent.
We saw Sean Connors rise to the occasion in that first Concord game, the win in the regular season. Here goes Schatzbill. Oh, tripped up by the shoelaces, and he knows it. Mike says, I should have left those laces untied. I would have got right through.
Another good block by Brewster that time, and also Jeff Roy allowing Schatzbill to get going. Yeah, it was just a mere shoelace, and Schatzbill would have been gone.
If he had the breakaway shoelaces on, it would have been a touchdown.
He's going to have to shorten those up the next time. Going to clip about 3 inches off of each shoelace.
About 8 yards for Mike. It'll be a 3rd and a short 2 from inside the 30, just inside the 30 in Trinity territory. This time Malinowski turned back at the line of scrimmage. So Portsmouth
McKenna
could be facing another long field goal attempt or a 4th and short. We'll see. Timeout. Coach Tom Dobney.
They'll think about it.
Wants to come out and check with his troops. It's 4th and a long 2 now. Ball is right at the 30. Dobney Butch has hit a 45-yard field goal with the wind with this direction. This would be about a 47.
I was just about to mention that on that 45, it looked like he bought about 2 yards over that goalpost. So if he can get a hold of one again, he'll be all right. He had maybe a little more help from the wind than he can count on right now, but it's been absolutely dead calm and then swirling.
Coach D off to the sidelines again and going to let his boys go for it on 4th and short. Trinity taking a little extra time. Coach Peter Bergeron trying to psych up his D. They haven't been that psyched tonight. It's a 20-0 lead for Portsmouth with 7:18 left in the ball game.
4th down and 2.
4th and 2, power I. Schatzabel and Malinowski in the backfield. Looks like Jerome Bird wide. And they go to Malinowski. He's got it. Great blocking up the middle, Jay. And all Eric had to do was just shoot through the hole.
That time, Schatzabel and Kevin Guy checking into the ball game. The junior, 6 foot, 180 pounds.
Replay go.
Take a look at it again.
No, that's pretty.
On the spin, Malinowski has that first down.
Ball is now spotted at the 25. 1st and 10 for the Clippers. Pitch, a low pitch. Malinowski able to recover. Some good athleticism there for Eric Malinowski, picking up a rolling ball.
I tell you, it's a good thing that the pitch wasn't to Schatzabel because he ran headlong right into Brian Martineau, 210-pound lineman.
I don't know if Butch just misjudged where Eric was or if he lost grip on the ball. Let's take a look. I think he just misjudged where Eric was. Eric might have been a little too deep.
It looked as though he was under pressure too,
Yeah.
and had to get rid of that pitch. Maybe just a split second before he was ready.
That's the risk you run with the option. Every time you run the option, you're going to see a lot of fumbles on those pitches. It's 2nd down and 16. Butch to throw, looking for Malinowski. Oh, should be a flag. Should be a flag. Looked like contact before, Jay. Oh,
Well, no
that's a
flag,
close
so
one.
you have to say it was a nice play by Matt Morrissey.
Yeah.
Getting downfield to break that up, but it did appear that there was some contact.
Let's take a look if we get a good shot at it. Ah, boy, camera catches up just a bit late. You can see Eric Malinowski thought he was interfered with.
3rd down and 16.
So still 16 yards to go. It's 3rd down now. Malinowski is wide to the right side. Schatzabel in the backfield with Croto. Dobney under pressure, dumps it off. And here goes Croto. Ooh, hit hard. Back at the original line of scrimmage, about the 25-yard line.
Well, he was clocked by Jamie Delude out of bounds. There, a good shot of Coach Dobney conferring with Jerome Bird.
Let's see what they do here on 4th and 12. Go for it again or tee it up for Butch?
Well, Bird has been the one holding.
And 12.
So there's a good chance that, nope,
They're going to
gotta
go.
go for it.
You've got Malinowski now and Bird wide to the right side. Well, Malinowski wide, Bird little off the end. Dobney under pressure, and he overthrows his man, Mike Schatzabel, and Mike would have had to have done a nifty bit of running from there on in because he had no blockers out to that side.
Yeah, that time it was Dobney's options were taken right away the minute he saw Peter Bergeron with a beat on him.
Hey, when you're up by 20 points with 5 minutes left, 4th and 12 from their 25, you got to go for it. Because you never know down the season when it'll be a tie ball game, and at that situation, and you're going to need it, so you got to practice those plays when you can.
So for the first time tonight, the Clippers turned the ball over on downs.
You just saw the story on the clock. Nice new clock this year. In that $3.5 million package. Another flag in the backfield as Trinity goes straight up the middle with it.
4:59 to go.
Kelly Mello on that last carry.
Trinity has a lot of things to work on after tonight. They've certainly had more penalties than they would have liked.
Don't think the Clippers have been assessed a penalty more than 2 or 3 times, and Trinity has had a number of penalties on every series, it seems. No signal as to the penalty.
Got to believe it's some type of motion penalty in the backfield.
It's been motion basically all night.
Yeah. Legal motion.
First down and 15.
First and 15. Fossbender under pressure, taken down. Sean Connors.
Well, Connors missed the body, but he got the second best thing. He got the shirt.
Yeah, he's not getting out of his shirt. We saw Dobney taken down by his shirt tails earlier in the first half.
Take a look at the Clipper huddle right now, and there probably can't be a better place in Portsmouth to be. They seem to be so fired up. Not only is this a great performance in the game, but right now they're really gunning for the shutout.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't allow any points
25.
to Trinity.
4 minutes left in this ball game. 2nd and 25. Trinity all the way back to the 10-yard line. Dulude. Jay, I don't have the hard stats on the yardage in this half, but I got to believe that Trinity is very much in the minus, because they had their last drive with the ball. They ended up 4th and 16 and punting. They've got Portsmouth has to have them in the minus category.
Between the penalties and the difficulty they've had executing any yardage, I don't think they've gone forward all that much in the entire second half. Another thing that's happened is as the Clippers have gained confidence in the defensive play, their linebackers, I mean, there's almost no linebackers. They're just lining everybody right up on the line. I mean, there's no being fooled here.
Fossbender on the keeper.
Bender on the carry.
Has a first down. Bumped out of bounds up by the 40. And
Jeff Roy with the tackle.
if not for Jeff Roy, Fossbender might have scampered all the way.
Well, that's the that's the flip side of lining everybody up on the line. And if somebody's able to string it out of the line and get by, there's nobody except the secondary to back it up. And you have to credit Jeff Roy. That time, you see Trinity doing a good job spreading it out, and then Roy finally brings him down.
I don't know why Fossbender hasn't been running more that play tonight, because they say Fossbender is probably the best athlete on the team, one of the top runners. Obviously, that's the only play that they've seen a lot of success with.
Probably would have something to do with that. I mean, it can only work in an occasional situation.
4th and 1, they go for it. Mix up. But the first down is gained. Nice gutsy bit of running by Kelly Mello.
Kelly Mello on the carry.
Sort of a Shatzabellian type move.
Shatzabellian, I like that.
He was stopped only about a yard behind the first down, but kept moving, kept his legs going, and dragged the defensive play over for the first down.
2:50 left in this ball game. 20-0. Clippers on top. It's 1st and 10. Pitch to Fast. Ralph still on his feet. Nice 8-yard pickup by Fast. He has a couple of moves when he gets around the corner.
And that time he was able to do something, some movement in front of the line of scrimmage. That time he was able to attack the line instead of having to basically dig himself out of a defensive hole, which they've been doing for most of the night.
Jay, I mentioned Timmy Black inactive for tonight's game. I caught up with Tim at halftime and asked him what the problem was. He separated his shoulder in the preseason, and he's out indefinitely. So Timmy Black, the basketball star for the Clippers, won't see a lot of action.
Penalty flag.
Gee, what do you think the call is there, Jay?
I don't know. Is Jamie Dulude eligible for a tackle?
A little motion in the backfield.
Take a look again.
The straight T became a straight L. It was half their T was knocked over.
A little bit of bowling going on.
Under 2 minutes left in the ball game. Clippers gunning for the shutout. It's 2nd down and 6.
Tim Black was big and pretty muscular playing basketball, but he seems to have bulked up even a little more for football.
Oh, yeah. Another fine athlete.